Welcome to the Start It, Own It, Finish It podcast with Dat Boy Mo 629. Discussing everything fitness and everything motivation. Here is where you will get your fitness education and motivational fix. Now, here's your host, Dat Boy Mo 629.
What's good, everybody? It's Dat Boy Mo 629 coming to y'all with another edition of the Start On and Finish It podcast. We about to talk about Heisman winner. Heisman winner in 2024, Travis Hunter. One of the epitomes of Start It, Own It, Finish It. Homeboy went to, let's get into it, right? Let's get into it. Matter of fact, I gotta get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Let me get comfortable. Put this mic, you know what I'm saying, more close to my face, right? Because I really want to get up into it. But let's get it digging. For everybody that already know, by looking at the graphic, right? Travis Hunter. Hold on, let me move this again. Travis Hunter is the 2024 Heisman winner, meaning he's the best player in college football. Now, there's some kind of controversy behind it. They thought homeboy from Boise State should have won. I already knew Travis Hunter was going to win it. I told people at the job, I was like, hey, man, who you think going to win the Heisman? Oh, I don't even know, man. I think dude from Boise State. I'm like, he ain't going to win that. He a running back. He ain't going to win that. Because the thing about running backs, right, is that running backs are good, but you're only as good as your offensive line in a competition that you playing. And then if a running back is the best player in college, then that means teams in the NFL got to draft this running back in the first round. The stock of the running back is going down in the NFL. So basically, no matter what number this dude put up, he put up like the best running back numbers, I believe, in a long time. His numbers were better than Reggie Bush's, who won the Heisman. You see what I'm saying? And he still didn't win a Heisman. We'll see what he get drafted when he goes out to the league. But it's also, okay, you about to get drafted high, so are you going to be a top running back? It's kind of hard to tell. You really don't know who's going to be a real good. We knew Saquon was going to be a good running back. Zeke was a decent running back, and you got injuries too. Zeke was a good running back when he came out, you know what I'm saying, to the league. Derrick Henry, you know what I'm saying, good running back. But he wasn't going to choose no running back. But anyway, back to Travis Hunter. This is about Travis Hunter. I'm not going to talk about his woman, his fiance, his baby mama. A lot of people out there saying, run, Travis, run. She about to take your money. I ain't going to talk about none of that because at the end of the day, his nose is wide open. If he's young, dumb, then he got to learn. You know what I'm saying? When your nose wide open, sometimes you got to learn. You got to learn. Dion trying to tell him what to do. He ain't listening. So that's on him. But let's go back to Travis Hunter as far as his accomplishment and how I think I want to incorporate him on the Start It, Own It, Finish It podcast, because at the end of the day, on how he was the epitome and he exemplified Start It, Own It, Finish It. You see what I'm saying? Like Travis Hunter, I'm gonna pull up some notes about my dog, right? Because homeboy, if y'all don't recall, I forgot about this. Honestly, I forgot about this. Travis Hunter was when Dion went to Jackson State University, right? The HBCU college. Travis Hunter flipped as a 5-star from Florida State to go with Dion. So he bet on himself then. He bet on himself to go with Deion Sanders, and Deion Sanders bet on him. Now, this is insane, crazy. I'm getting goosebumps talking about this because this is so surreal and into the whole bet on yourself mentality and running with it. All the naysayers, when Deion went into the HBCU, and I may do a whole different podcast on Deion by himself, but when Deion went into Jackson State University, JSU, people didn't believe that Deion was going to be able to succeed. People thought Travis Hunter was making a huge mistake by going with Deion. Now, go back. Go back when he made that flip from FSU, who is a prominent college in the ACC, right, in football, and he went straight to Deion. He's like, Deion ain't did nothing, dog. So what are you doing? So fast forward, he's a two-way athlete. right? Offense and defense. And he been doing that. You see what I'm saying? And once again, people hated on him. People naysayed him. You see what I'm saying? People negated what he was doing. Okay, we ain't gonna be able to do that. But now what they saying, you ain't gonna be able to do that at the FBS level. You may be able to do that, you know what I'm saying, in the HBCU. But you come to this D1 college, guess what's gonna happen? It was like, okay, all right. So what happened? Deion go to Colorado last year, right? Colorado was a 1-win team. What Travis do? He was like, okay, Stanford Portal, I'm going with Deion. Bet on himself again, followed Deion, right? And he was a top-notch player at the HBCU, right? So last year, right, last year, he did both sides, offense and defense, which is an incredible feet. You know how many snaps this man has to take per game? That goes to show the stamina. That goes to show the endurance. That goes to show, you know what I'm saying, the mental fortitude that this young man has to play the game of football. He even got hurt. So he had the mental fortitude to play in this game of football. Both sides of the ball. He's a workhorse. So, Colorado, year one, there's a lot of hype around Colorado because Colorado was a 1-win team before, and they were like 1-11. And then when Deion got there was a lot of hype. Coach Prime following Deion. A lot of people want to see him fail. A lot of people want to see the quarterback Shador, who Deion's son, fail. They want to see Travis Hunter fail. We can speculate as to why. People want to see Deion fail and want these kids to fail because when they came to Colorado, imagine Colorado, right? 1-win team, nobody going to the spring game, nobody going to the game. The excitement surrounding Colorado was void. There was none. So you got Deion, you got primetime Deion Sanders coming up in there with his shades, right? With the swagger, with the bag, the gold and black, the son following suit, Travis following suit, the team following suit. Deion give his little speech, either you gonna work hard or you gonna get up on out of here. He set the tone and people didn't like that. People didn't like Deion setting that tone, did they? They ain't like him doing that. They're like, what? You say, what you think you is? He primetime Deion Sanders. Did you see that spring game in 2023? Sold out spring game. Yeah, first year coach Deion. He didn't have all his players. He had the most transfers, right, to a school than any other college that year. So you gotta get the machine. You gotta grease the machine to where you want it. So, mind you, 1-win team the year before. He goes, complete change of culture. Win 4 games. Travis Hunter, both sides of the ball, doing his thing, mind to the Deion Sanders lure. You know what I'm saying? Then you fast forward to 2024. Now, there was a tweet, right, that Travis Hunter posted up, I believe in 2013 or something like that. Talking about Heisman loading or something. I think it's 2013. It wasn't 2023. It was like 2013. That was 11 years ago. How old was that boy? Is it 10? So, sent a tweet, said Heisman loading. So he spoke this and he manifested this Heisman, right? Think about it. He manifested him winning the Heisman. If you don't believe in manifestation or manifesting your future or manifesting your life, then you need to start. Because a lot of successful people will tell you manifestation is real. Manifesting is real, right? And they will tell you that you need to remove all the negative energy. And that's what I believe Travis did. Travis along with Shador, along with Deion. All the negative energy. and surrounded yourself with positive energy. Think about what Travis had to go through mentally. He knows plays on both sides of the ball. He's a wide receiver and he's a defender. You know what I'm saying? So both sides of the ball. So you gotta know. You gotta be able to read plays. You gotta learn the routes. So that's a double knowledge you gotta have. That's more your brain gotta absorb in real time game situations, right? And then for him to be nominated for the Heisman, right? Nominated, where defenders never really win the Heisman anyway. So he was nominated for the Heisman. And then he won the Heisman. So, like, his versatility on the field is just crazy. And the impact that he's leaving on a college ranks, period, is like you just opened some doors that were closed and people didn't even know that could open, right? I think the last person, and I'm an Ohio State fan, as you see, I'm a Buckeye fan at the end of the day, but the last person that I remember doing this was Jabril Peppers from Michigan, that team up north. So I'm going to say Michigan because of my podcast or whatever, but I always refer to them, that Teton, that team up north. No, well, man, screw that, man. Forget all that. I'm a Buckeye. But the team up north, Jabril Peppers, they're both sides of the ball. And if you look at his physical attributes, like, he was a solid dude. Solid. The man played receiver. The man played, I believe, played safety or DB, one of the two. And he got drafted to the league, and they only played him on one side of the ball versus both sides of the ball. But so people can do it, but Harbaugh started it first. Jim Harbaugh. No matter what I say about Teton, no matter what I say about that team up north or that school, I will always respect Jim Harbaugh, and I will respect him. Jim Harbaugh is a solid dude, even though they cheated, you know what I'm saying, to get to where he needed to be. But you know what? Sometimes you got to cheat. Sometimes you got to bend the rules, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But they ain't cheat this year, and they still beat us, Ohio State. But I'm veering off track with Travis Hunter. But Travis Hunter won this Heisman. And the embracing that he got between him and his coach. We can say what we want about Deion. A lot of people say a lot of stuff about Deion because of his attitude. But I don't see anyone else out there doing what Deion does. As a Buckeye fan, right? As a Buckeye fan, our coach ain't doing what Deion do. Our coach ain't mentoring kids like, you know what I'm saying, Deion do. He ain't leading young men like Deion do. We fighting on the field because of a flag being planted, because of a game plan that you call, that you couldn't beat. You couldn't score more than 13 points against Michigan, who has an abysmal offense. That's your fault, boy. So when you look at leadership, and you look at Deion Sanders, he's an unorthodox leader. He takes all the hate from everyone, and he tackles the hate. But I got time today. He tackled it head on. I got time today. People hate that. People love the fact that Ryan Day would just take the beating and keep taking the beating and use coach speak. But people hate the fact that somebody like Deion Sanders go out there and be like, I got time today, and his players, right, mirror his attitude. They can't stand that neither. So that's why I'm like, you know what? What Deion did with Travis, what Travis was able to do and accomplish is amazing. I applaud that young man. I applaud everything he's doing. I'm not going to say anything about the girlfriend. I'm not going to say anything about her. I'm not going to say anything about that situation. That's not my situation. I'm not going to say anything about it. However, if it was me, if I'm your big brother and I'm looking at this whole situation, I'm looking at how she cut, I'm looking at what she doing, I'm going to be like, man, you need to get up on out of there while you can. Because I don't know what's going to happen. You about to get the real big bag, bro. But once again, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to dial it back. I'm going to go back to Travis. So, this Shedeur and Travis are two amazing athletes. And Travis winning that Heisman, I already knew it was going to go down because he was an AP Player of the Year. You see what I'm saying? So when you the Player of the Year, you're more than likely going to get the Heisman. So it's kind of like the two bickering back and forth with each other. Like, we was right, you was wrong, we was right type deal. So you want to kind of like be in agreement on something. So as far as the starter own and finish principles, I've always said it and I always will say it and I will always believe it. People like Travis that are successful, he started it, he owned it, and he finished it. Now he got to go into the league. I'm not sure what his goals are in the league. Probably a Super Bowl, to be one of the best players to ever grace the NFL. That's going to take some time. We got guys like out there like Pat Mahomes doing his thug thizzle that got a clamp on the league for at least another 5-10 years. As far as like receivers and stuff like that, you got Justin Jefferson. You got dominant. You don't really have too many dominant receivers. Like I said, I don't even know what position he's gonna play. If he's gonna play both sides of the ball or not. But from the college standpoint, is he the greatest college player ever? No. All right. Is he in discussion? No. He's not in the discussion of being the greatest college player ever. But the road that he took to the Heisman is an incredible road. Whoever thought an HBCU commit, if you look back and say, this Florida State University cat committed to an HBCU and he's going to win a Heisman in a few years, would you think that? Nah, none of us thought that. You can't even, I'm sure you can't find nobody who put a bet on that at the end of the day. So that's why I had to include Travis Hunter on this episode of the Starter Own and Finish It podcast, because he truly exemplifies the principle of start it, own it, finish it. That's pretty much all I got for today, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this episode, don't forget to click subscribe. Don't forget to download this podcast. If you are not already listening to it on the audio, you're watching on video on YouTube, there's a link in the YouTube description below to download this podcast episode. And get your boy some more plays, man. I need some more plays, more downloads. I'm trying to make 2025 the best year of my podcast, the best year of H1 Warrior, and the best year of just, motivating y'all and keeping y'all, and helping y'all get to your next level along as I get to my next level. So until next time, you know what it is.
You've been listening to the Start It, Own It, Finish It podcast. Be sure to subscribe to receive new episodes. Link up with Dat Boy Mo 629 on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, or visit him at ace1warrior.com. Until next time, start it, own it, finish it.